Before I started making videos on YouTube, I used to play the funny game called GregTech New Horizons. In this video, I am going to show you my 2-year-old GregTech New Horizons base. Let's get started. I used to play GregTech New Horizons on a server with 3 crewmates. We are now entering the first room of the base. Remember that this was made before Among Us became a thing, so don't expect any sus references. In this room we have a few chests, a smeltery and a cock oven. Here we have my head collection. It sadly also contains a Redditor head, which means cringe. Here is the best piece of technology in this space. It's a Project Red storage system. This room contains all the items I have in the game. This storage system is connected to a pipe in another room. From this pipe, I can request items and they will be automatically put into the drawers in the storage room. This is the machinery room. I spent 80% of my time in this room trying to craft stuff. The power here is made by a steam turbine, which gets its steam from 16 high-pressure boilers hooked up to a tank. Here is my setup for making plastic. Behind here we have an electric blast furnace and MV machinery. Upgrading this thing took me 16 hours. I was gaming so hard that I completely lost all my friends during the 3-month span in which I played GTNH. My grades dropped by an average of 65% during this playthrough. Here is the wall of Among Us tasks that I had to make for the server. Sadly, I haven't played since June 2020. This is the clean room. This room contains most of the machinery I need for circuits. Building the clean room took me 7 hours. Right here we can see the second machinery room. Here we have a vacuum freezer, while in the other side of the room we have a power generation setup that didn't get completed. You guys should realize that I was playing this stuff for 10+ hours a day, during school hours. It's no surprise that it fucked up my mind forever. Here we are going into the magic wing of the base. Sadly, this is not Greg. I didn't build this, but one of my crewmates did. In this room we have 3 crucibles, and a hidden passage that goes to the witchery altar room. Here we have a farming area for crops. I do not know what any of this stuff does since I cannot do magic, only Greg. Here there are some more magic rooms. I don't remember what was in there since I haven't played this in 2 years. Right now we are descending to the infusion altar room. This room took a crewmate 3 days to construct. We have the altar, and then the drawers for the Thaumcraft stuff. Below the altar we can find 300 regen heads. Right here is the purple room. I don't remember what this was for, but I think it's for witchery. Here is the open computers room. A crewmate almost set up the code for remote space mining. Sadly we got burned out by GregTech and quit. He said coming soon, but he was last online over 2 years ago. Here are me and my crewmates' houses. There used to be beds here, but they got demolished for GregTech purposes. Right here is the portal room. We have a portal to the Nether and Twilight Forest. Behind the portal rooms, there is a tunnel that leads to an IC2 crop farming area, that sadly we didn't finish. Back in the base, here we have a cooking room. I enslaved a friend here for 3 weeks to make the 69 required items for the healing axe, which is an item that removes the hunger bar. Here we are looking at the mission control room. This is where I crafted the first rocket. It took me 12 hours, but sadly the first launch failed and I had to make another. This corridor leads to the rocket launching area. It's on a mountain so I have to take an elevator. This is the actual rocket. I used it to obtain some titanium from the moon, and shortly after going to the moon, I quit. Around this area there were spacesuit supplies. The ceiling can be opened using a lever, so that the rocket can go through. And that's it. That's the entire GregTech New Horizons base. Make sure to subscribe so we can spread the GregTech cult together. Goodbye.